Hello everyone, in today's video I will show you how to create for loops. As you can remember in the previous video we learned how to create while loops, and for loops actually are very similar with the while loops. There is not a very big difference, but usually for loops are better if you have a certain number of iterations. If you can say I will loop exactly 5 times, for example, it's better to use for loops. But as I said, there is not a big functionality difference. So to create for loops, you write for, and then you're gonna write your variable that you will use to iterate. For example, usually you can write e, k, or x. I will write k. For k, for example, in. Then k will be your variable that you will use in each iteration, okay? And then you're gonna write something. It can be a list, it can be some numbers. So we will use numbers, and to use numbers we cannot say like for k in 1 2 3 4 5. You cannot say okay, each iteration let k be 1 then 2 then 3. Not like this. You need to use range function for this. Range function is very useful for several cases. Specifically in for loop, it's very useful. Range is a Python function, so Python knows how to use range, so you don't need to do anything about it. You can just type range and Python says, I know this function, and Python wants 2 variables from you. So Python wants 2 parameters from you. The one is that you will use in the first iteration. So I will write 1. So we say Python, okay, Python, do you know range function? And Python says yes. We'll say, okay, you're gonna use range function and start from 1. And then we're gonna say, Python, I want you to start from 1 and go to 5, right? And we want 5 to be included. So we write 6. Python uses range. It includes the first parameter, but it doesn't include last parameter. It's just a rule for Python. Okay, Python says, I'm not gonna include this one. So if you write 5 here, it's not gonna count, so we write 6. For example, if you want it to count until 10, you need to write 11. What do we say? For each iteration, okay, I want to print the number. Each iteration, as I said, it will start from 1 and go until 11. It's not gonna include 11. And each iteration, we will use k, right? K will be the number, so print k. So it will print until 10, okay, as you can see. And as I said, range has one more parameter. It's optional, you can use it or not. It's the step. As you can see, start, stop, and step. So we say Python, okay, Python, you're gonna use range function. Python says, okay. We say you'll start from 1, okay, and end at 11, not include 11, okay. But this time, please make your step size 2. If you don't give a step size, it will be 1 in default. If you give a step size, then Python says, okay, I will go 2 step in each iteration. And now what will it print? Let's see, like this. Okay, it goes 2 by 2. By the way, k, as I said, you can write x, e, you can say my variable for each loop. Okay, it looks very stupid, but it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to show you it doesn't matter, because each time this becomes the numbers, okay. And you can, as I said, of course you can, this will give error. This doesn't work because we wrote here I and we wrote here k. It's just broken right now. Okay, what you can do is, for example, if instead of number, sometimes you want to say write text, right? But here's the thing. Okay, let's say my name. Let's say my name is Carl. Okay, Carl. Let's make your name Carl. I'm saying it like Rick says it from Walking Dead, but okay, your name's Carl, and you want to write a for loop for letter. Okay, letter in, right? My name. But what does this mean? Why it doesn't recommend me? What does this mean? For letter in my name, but my name is not a range, is it? No, but actually this is a list of characters. As I showed you in the previous videos, this is a string, okay? And oops, sorry, I accidentally run the code. A string is actually a list of characters, like, right? Because when we write car, it's actually like C and then A and then R and then L, right? So this is a string, and all of these are characters. Characters get together and create strings. So now you know that string is actually it's like a list which contains characters inside it. So letter in my name. So each iteration, this letter in the first iteration is C, and then it prints, and then next iteration it goes to the next character. It's like range, starting from 0 goes until end of the name. So that you can also use strings to create for loops like this. Thank you for watching this video, and see you on the next video.